Howie, how do you define your U of H fandom?
Well, I have 61 consecutive years of not missing. I don't think I've missed more than 10 games in 61 years, as far as home games.
Yeah.
I've got and away games. I haven't gone to all the away games like Murray Stinson, but I been to most of all the home games. And in my 61 years here, this would have to be, I'd say, the best defensive team we've ever had, and I think one of the best all-around teams, maybe the best team, not necessarily talent, but yeah. I think we're capable of winning it all this year. Obviously, you have to be healthy, hot, and get some breaks.
Why do you love this university so much?
Well, Guy Lewis was kind enough to give me a basketball manager scholarship out of high school. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got to go to college. And for that, I am eternally grateful to be here in Houston, Texas, and be able to not only get a bachelor's and a master's degree at this fine university, but live in this great town. It's just, there's no better city in America.
I agree. I agree.
We have the world champion Astros, and I don't see why we can't have the national champion Houston Cougars.
What does it mean to be a U of H basketball fan?
Well, this is my second family. I mean, I come to practice. I try to be as supportive as I can with these guys because, you know, I love them. They're best bunch of kids. Kelvin, he doesn't look at just the ability to play. He looks at whether or not they're going to fit into his culture and if they're family oriented. Every one of these kids are dedicated, family type, all about team players. And that's why we've been able to have the kind of culture and team that we've had over the years.
Kelvin always says that it means a lot to him that the program is back for you guys, for fans that have stuck through it, that have gone through the ups and downs. You back in the day with the Final Four team, then in the 80s with another Final Four, now with this Final Four group. When you hear something like that from the head coach, you say that this means a lot to our fan base, and that makes him proud. What does that mean to you?
Well, it shows that he's included us in part of the culture and part of the family. And, you know, everybody, we're getting a lot of people that are jumping on the bandwagon now. I've got more calls from people that are looking for tickets, you know, and we have a lot of ex-players that have made a lot of money because of the University of Houston that need to get involved and give back to the university. I know my family, we made a commitment, and I think there's a lot of people out there with a lot more money than I have that could get behind this university. We've got a drive going right now that we need some funds, and if we're going to be able to compete on the Big 12 level, we're going to have those facilities for football, basketball, you name it.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on wood. Knock on wood. Okay, what would a Final Four in Houston with the Cougars playing in it mean?
Well, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. But you know, you have to win 4 games before you get to the Final Four. So the key is one game at a time. And you know why they call it March Madness, don't you, Dan?
I have an idea, but why don't you cue me in?
There's only one team that doesn't go home mad.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. There's 67 crybabies and only one going home with a smile on their face.
You think that should be the NCAA slogan? I don't think so.
I think they've got another, they have their other twist on March Madness, but that's the way I look at it.
You summed it up better than anybody.
People say, well, I wish we'd have won those other 2 games. It doesn't matter if you lose 5 or 6 during the season. All you got to do is win the last 6. You win the last 6, and you know what they call you? National champions.
And not a crybaby.
And not a crybaby. That's right. We'll have grins on our face till next basketball season, and then we're going to say, let's do it again.
I love the sound of it. I love it. Thank you, Howie.
You bet.
Appreciate it.